Hey everyone, it's Robert Ferringo with Doc Sports here with your free play video for Friday, August 2nd. You can find my plays at www.docsports, that's docsports.com. Quick recap on yesterday, another winning day in Major League Baseball, good for us. Also a winning day in the WNBA, finally, after I have been lagging, to say the least, these last couple of weeks. I actually felt really good about that play. I shouldn't have downgraded it to only a one-unit play, but we had lost, I think it was 3 in a row. So I just wanted to try and stop that slide. But it was really probably the best I felt about a play in a couple of weeks. But a win is a win, and I'm never going to complain about a winning day. By the way, in baseball, the total that we had, the Oakland-Milwaukee, should have been graded as a pitching change. Daniel Mencken was supposed to be the starter. Homer Bailey actually got the start. Even if you did bet that and lose, it was still a winning day for us regardless. And we will honor your results of your actual bet. That's one of the great things about Doc Sports is that we care much less about the numbers on the paper and more about what our clients are actually betting and actually winning and losing. So winning day in baseball, winning day in the WNBA. And then the big one, winning day in the NFL preseason. We go 2-0 with our picks. We had the under and we had Denver. And I am not ashamed to admit or too proud to admit that we absolutely got lucky with that win for the Broncos. That 4th and 14, Oprah Winfrey making a brilliant catch, getting the feet in bound. It was great. To be honest and to be fair, though, I thought that they should have scored on the one before that. I thought that holding call was a little dicey. Either way, nice little comeback win. You see that kind of stuff happen a lot in the preseason. You know, rookie 4th-string quarterback throwing to rookie nobody receiver on 4th down in the final seconds to make a play. Sometimes it goes for you, sometimes it goes against you. Last night it went for us, but we'd already locked up a profit anyway because we had the under. That was my top play for 2 units. The Denver play was only for 1 unit. The game went pretty much exactly like I thought. We had 2 defensive coaches. This is the 5th preseason game, the first of 5, I should say, for these teams, so none of the starters played. Some of the backups, especially Drew Lock. Drew Lock was awful last night. That guy was an idiot. And he helped us out with that under. But again, bottom line is the game played out basically exactly like I put in my write-up and exactly how I thought it was going to. Got lucky at the end with the side, but you know, the winning day and the winning week was never in doubt. So we're 2-0 on the season, off to a positive start for what I hope will be another winning season. And in fact, you know what? I'm going to call it right here and right now. I'm passing for the rest of the year. That's it. Not just the rest of the preseason, for the rest of the year. I am done. That is winning season number 8 out of the last 10 years. That is 4 in a row, 4 straight winning seasons for me. I am not making any more football picks the rest of the season. I'm done with it. So, yeah, that's not going to happen. It's $49 for a weekly package, $99 for the entire preseason. I have already picked out the games that I'm going to be playing next week for week 1. I had those picked out before I posted yesterday's games. Now, that'll change a little bit based on, you know, some of the last-second stuff that comes up. I mean, hell, yesterday there were reports that Vic Fangio wasn't going to coach last night because he was in the hospital with kidney stones. So, I pulled my Denver play, and then at like 5:15, I find out he is coaching. And then I go right back to it. So there'll be some information that'll come out that'll change around some of my plays. But the bottom line is I feel like I have a pretty good feel about how next week's going to go. Would love to have you on board with me. Let's see. What else do we got? Not much. It's a light Friday. All right. So we're going to get right to this free play. Then I'm going to let you get to happy hour. I'm going to the pool. That's all I have planned on this weekend is more college football research and as much time by the pool as the weather will allow. Today's free play is the over. Chicago. You thought I was going to say Boston and New York, didn't you? We've had 2 straight free play winners on the over with Boston. No, I'm actually going away from them for the first time today. We're going over with Chicago White Sox at Philadelphia, 7 p.m. game. Look, I don't have a lot of faith in Jason Vargas. I know some of my friends who are Mets fan, and yes, I will admit I'm a Mets fan. Have been since '85. So Yeah, it's a sad state of existence. But a lot of my Met fan friends were sad that the Mets got rid of Jason Vargas. I was not. This was a guy who, in his time with the Mets, had posted, I believe, a 4.73 ERA. This year, his ERA is only at 4.01. So he had been kind of pitching above himself. He had a 5.77 ERA last year. Jason Vargas is well past his prime. He is over the hill, and he is going nowhere but down. So the Mets sold him at a perfect spot. Whether they got anything good back from him or not, there just wasn't any space for him in the rotation. Philadelphia is picking up the scraps because they're that desperate for starting pitching because their young pitchers have been so terrible this year. That's a big part of the reason why Philadelphia has underachieved so much this year. The inconsistency of their lineup, but also just the straight up awfulness of their starting pitching staff. So I don't like Vargas, all right? He's looked good lately, but he's also faced some bad lineups. He faced Pittsburgh, San Diego, Miami, I believe it was. Actually, I think he got touched up by Miami. But he's faced some bad lineups. The White Sox are an awful lineup, so I will give him credit for that. But Vargas has a 6.23 ERA in Citizens Bank Park. He is no longer his home field is no longer that pitcher-friendly stadium that they have in New York at Citi Field. Like, it's a whole lot different pitching in Citizens Bank, and he has never pitched well there. The White Sox, I mentioned how pathetic their lineup is. Pathetic might be giving it too much credit. They've scored 16 runs in their last 9 games. 16 runs, 9 games. They're averaging less than 2 runs a game for the last couple weeks. But that tells me they're a little bit due. Now, I know in baseball you can very easily get burned by betting on the due factor, but I just feel like a change of venue for them, an unfamiliar park, an unfamiliar team. In this instance, it's going to be a good thing to help them kind of snap out of whatever it is that they're in for. They're facing a pitcher that's in a whole new situation. This is his new start with his first team in a stadium that he never really pitches that well in. I think that the White Sox will be able to get to him a little bit. And look, on the other side, conversely, Philadelphia's been hitting the ball. All right, they've scored 31 runs in their last 5 games. They've scored 31 runs in their last 5 games. They're facing Ivan Nova. And Nova's another guy that you want to talk about you want to talk about regression. This is a guy with a 5.25 ERA on the season. But his last 2 starts have been by far his best starts of the year. He had a complete game 2 starts ago. I was looking for him to come back down to earth after that complete game. That's usually a real solid angle in MLB betting. He was just as good as last time out against Minnesota. He only gave up 1 unearned run in 6 innings. So his last 2 starts, he's given up 1 earned run in 15 innings. Did I mention the guy's ERA is over 5? Did I mention that it's Ivan Nova? I think he's going to get hit today by the Phillies. I can see a high-scoring game. That number's sitting on 10. I like the over in Philadelphia. So that's it. That's your free play for Friday. I am off Saturday and Sunday. My next video will be on Monday. Should be a twofer. I should have Monday's free play, and then I also should have a video talking about 6 tips discussing, was it 6 or 8? 6 or 8 tips on betting the preseason. I actually just posted an article at Doc Sports, www.docsports.com. I posted an article detailing some of the tips for NFL preseason betting, so check that out, or wait till Monday if you like your content in video form. But that's it. Have a great weekend, everyone. Carpe diem, and good luck.